that instead of his name, because I've never heard anybody called by like.
What's his call sign now? It's 6'7", because he said it so many times.
Yeah.
And we have two guys with the same name, so you go with a handle or call sign or nickname.
That's what I'm worried about. Now there's another. I'm wondering which one of us.
Well, then we'll just call you Jolly at work. It's
okay. That's what's up. Well, I'm sure.
What?
I don't know.
You don't want to mix the two? You don't mix the stream?
No, I don't care. No, I was just presuming. I don't know. I just thought.
Oh, you would make the new guy take the nickname?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I had seniority, so I would get him to take it. Or I didn't care that I took one. I just presumed that whatever nickname I'm gonna get, I'm not gonna like.
You beat Jolly Prime,
the big one.
Hey there, Midnighters, Moonlighters. Welcome to Nightwatch. This is your closer-in-chief with Tech.
Hello.
And Jolly.
How?
And Kitty.
Hello.
And no Big Smoke today.
No.
Oh.
He is having car issues, and as he likes to put it, his reasons for not showing up today. So we're going to do this without him. It's going to be a very interesting show.
Yeah.
You're all going to have to pick up some slack because he does some heavy lifting when it comes to filling in that dead air. So
Yeah, he does a lot of talking.
he does.
And a lot of laughing.
I think like half of the recordings is just him laughing.
Yeah.
It's true.
He doesn't even finish his own sentences. But, well, we've already failed the Big Smoke Bechdel test with this one, so we have to talk about anything but him now for the rest of the episode. So, what are we talking about today?
You had a very lackluster sigh before starting this one.
I did?
You did.
A very lackluster sigh.
And I feel very ashamed because since I haven't been here,
Well.
take it personally now.
Okay.
Can I ask a favor?
What?
Can we throw some socks on them puppies?
No, you get to see my wiggling toes.
It's like boy genius over here. It's like, I want that one right there.
I can. Can you hand me that real quick?
Don't pay attention to those dogs. Pay attention to this dog.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ladybug gets all the attention. She gets all the love.
That one's a lot cuter than the other two.
All right. So, how was work? You did the closing last night or no?
Mm-mm.
No, you were off? It was your birthday. That's the thing that we got to talk about. It was your birthday.
Happy belated birthday.
Thank you,
Happy
everybody.
birthday.
Thank you, everybody.
What'd you do with your birthday?
I
Besides not tell us about it so we could do something for you.
I honestly forgot. Not really anything. Like I said, I forgot about my birthday, honestly. And that night, I looked at the date and I was like, because I thought it was Friday.
Yeah, you said something about it was, your dad messaged you about.
Yeah, I went out to eat with my dad, and that was nice seeing him catching up. And then I went and seen my mom, my grandmother, and my aunt Pam,
And your special lady friend.
and my special lady friend.
I've apparently
okay.
missed things since it's a new update for me.
That is a new update. Yeah.
Yeah, he's got yet another new lady friend. These things.
Was this when I was in the hospital?
Apparently he's been talking to her for a couple of weeks now, and just not said it.
What did you say?
It kept on the down low.
When I was in the hospital.
Oh, I had one of those in the hospital.
I was in the hospital
she
for
was in the
6 days.
hospital.
Oh yes,
Yeah.
yes. I'm
Okay.
so sorry. I thought she was making a joke like the one that was at the loony bin that just came out. Like it was. Yeah.
All right. Well, things going well there.
I reckon. I really do. I'm like, what's going on?
So we're not going to get 4 back-to-back episodes of you complaining about this one. Okay.
No red flags so far, and that's crazy.
So far.
Yeah.
As much as I try to make things into red flags,
I mean, here's to hoping, I guess.
I appreciate that. We're playing it slow, extremely slow.
From what I gather, that's something that you need to explore.
That is
and do.
something you need to, yeah.
You need that work experience.
That's something you need to explore, maybe integrate into your
and listen to us about.
yeah. No, that's like it was I don't know. There was a few things where I got all weirded about, and it was like stupid stuff. I can't even remember what it was. It was so stupid, like it was nothing whatsoever. And I just got in my head about it. And she's like, "What's wrong?" And I'm like, "Nothing." and I thought about it more, and I was like, "Oh my god." Like, because I didn't think about it. I was like, them past ones, they fucked me up. Like, I can't even look at, like, a simple, like, I'm going to go outside real quick, and then going, like, there's a dude out there in the bushes somewhere hiding. There has to be. Stupid stuff like that, like stuff that makes no sense whatsoever. No, she's really cool.
I'm like, oh no, she brought her phone to the bathroom.
Yeah, stupid stuff.
It is wild how that stuff follows you, though, ain't it?
Well, I never, like I said,
Yeah?
the 7-year one, you'd think that would have been worse. And it really, I really don't carry any burdens from that. You know what I mean? But the not even the year one. That
Yeah.
one seems to be the worst one so far, and like I just can't. There's things that are sort of similar, but like not whatsoever. Like she is so transparent on things. There's no possible way, but yet my brain will sit there and think, and it's like.
Well, Kitty can attest to this. I overthink about stuff that I'm doing. It's like, fuck.
I was gonna say you already knew where I went with that.
Yeah, it was literally just was that this morning or yesterday?
It was
last
yesterday.
Night? We were having a conversation because I'm trying to prove trust and communication and all that fun stuff. But I'm also a big believer in actions speak louder than words. And I know from my own past experience that somebody who brings their phone into the bathroom a lot and very often, that can be a bit of a flag for some people. But it's like for me, I bring my phone everywhere. It's attached to my hand or my hip.
I do the same thing.
And like if I'm sitting in the bathroom and it's not always an immediate expulsion. Sometimes I'm sitting there for a minute and like I want something to do besides sitting there reading the shampoo bottle.
Exactly.
I think the one was she answered a phone call and walked out of the room. She's done that maybe 3 times, and every time she does it, I think about it. And then she'll come right back out and tell me, like, oh, hey, we're going to go, if you're okay with this, my friend's going to come up or this or that. And I'm like, okay. But then I still will think about it. And then I'll make myself feel bad because then she'll be like, there's something wrong. And I'm like, no, there's nothing wrong. And then she'll be like, I'm really trying. Like, I'm trying to be as transparent as I can be. And then I'll feel really bad because I'm like, I'm hard to live with, ain't I? I'm hard to be with, ain't I?
It's not like, you, it's me.
Yeah, she's like, no. And I'm like, that was the most.
That was a very delayed
that was the nicest,
that was,
kind of, but not saying it.
That was the most polite, weakest white lie of all time.
Yeah.
Definitely convincing.
Baby steps.
Tech.
Yes.
You have not been on the show for literal months now.
Oh, no, a month, not months.
A month?
1 month.
Okay.
I think I've missed 1 solid month's worth of recording.
Because first you got snowed in.
Yes. And then I had the kidney stone.
And you had the kidney stone.
And then I got COVID.
Yeah. So like back to back, and then
Yeah.
And then when you got stuck at work that one night.
Yeah, I didn't actually get out of work that day until like 7 o'clock.
Yeah.
Good Lord.
That was awful.
Have you been keeping up on the show? The episodes I've been putting up. That we've been putting up?
I'm getting closer to where or closer to now. Yeah.
To the present. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I've got. I was just saying when I was transferring the stuff off the SD card here that I've got.
Because we're in what, like the 80s now?
No, not that far.
Not 80s?
No, 61.
60s?
Yeah,
60s.
61.
Because of the 6.
Yeah.
But I think I'm in the 40s, late 40s.
Oh my!
So I'm slowly getting there.
You were behind.
Well, no shit. I told you that the last time. Yeah, I'm definitely behind, but I'm slowly getting. You gotta remember, some of these are like an hour long, and the only time I really get to listen to it is on Sundays.
Oh, I thought you were listening to them at work.
That's when I'm on Sundays because I just put it on and I just go.
Right. Okay.
But lately, it's been getting through the backlog of music and shows.
Now the shows that you watch.
Listening to shows.
Okay.
Like this past Sunday, I think I watched the entirety of Tremors 1 and Tremors 2.
Oh, Lord.
Throughout the entire shift of work.
Nice.
But because I don't need to actually watch it to know what's going on. I've seen those movies so many times.
So many times. Oh, man. It's great movies. Absolutely phenomenal movies. But, we...
Aren't they called graboids?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it goes Graboids, Shriekers, Ass Blasters, and that was it.
Yeah. We started watching, me and Big Smoke, we watched Night of the Seven Kingdoms last week whenever we recorded it, just me and him. We watched the first 2 episodes, and then we did an episode talking about it, and so far, pretty good. I think I said before, it's basically a very optimistic outcome Game of Thrones.
That's what I remember you telling me that when I ran into you at work.
He said at work, he's like, it's really good. You know what I mean? And I love the Game of Thrones.
What is it on again?
HBO.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and apparently that's based off of a novella series that George R. R. Martin wrote back in the 90s.
Really? I know.
So it's actually still based off of the actual work.
I know the mainstream, you hear, like, mythic names. You know what I mean? Like, I forget there's the old guy that's the King's Guard at the time. He's really prolific. He's like, I could carve through you guys like you're a cake. You know what I mean? But I guess he's like one of them people that you hear about in that Duncan the Tall. There's the other dude. I cannot remember his name. He's got like a sun sword or something, or
he's
the dude that
Yeah, this is all you guys. I have no clue.
It's been a very long time since I watched Game of
John's dad. Well,
yeah,
it is John's dad.
His actual biological dad?
Yeah, it is actually his biological dad.
It was one of the Targaryens, wasn't
it? You're right. It's his uncle because it's his sister's kid.
Right.
Yeah. So his uncle,
Sean Bean's character.
Thank you. Sean Bean's character. He ends up fighting him, and that's when he finds out the whole thing about Jon Snow.
What the fuck is his name?
I couldn't even tell you. There's so many characters in that show.
Eddard Stark.
Ned Stark.
Yeah, Ned Stark. Eddard Stark.
Yeah. Okay, but no. So yeah, Sir Duncan Tall, and mind you, like you said, these were characters that were mentioned because they are part of the history. And everything. But yeah, so Sir Duncan the Tall, apparently one of the most prolific Kingsguard or Crownsguard or whatever they're called. He becomes the captain of, again, spoiler alert, because I went through and I kind of cheated a little bit and spoiled myself. Mm-hmm. But his apprentice, the little bald orphan kid, Egg, is Aegon Targaryen. One of the most well-known Targaryens. He was
He was the maester at the... He's the maester at the wall.
Okay.
Yeah. I think... Ooh. Am I wrong with that?
I don't know.
I don't think so. Honestly, let me reverse that. Because I think he talks about him. He called him Little Egg.
Because I thought Aegon Targaryen was like one of like the big prolific kings. Aegon... Yeah, King Aegon Targaryen. Game of Thrones character... Oh. Refers to several characters, most notably Aegon I, the Conqueror, who first united the Seven Kingdoms, and Aegon VI, young Griff, a major character in the books believed to be Rhaegar Targaryen's son, who claims the throne in Game of Thrones. Other significant figures include Aegon II from the House of the Dragon and Aegon V. Okay, so Aegon V is Egg from Tales of Dunk and Egg. The name is central to Targaryen history, representing conquest, lineage, and claims to the Iron Throne. So it seems like every Aegon Targaryen is a Targaryen that has sat on the throne. Since the first Aegon, who was the one who united
the Conqueror,
and made the Iron Throne.
I think the big skull you see underneath the palace is the dragon he rode. It's like one of the biggest dragons.
Probably. I don't know. I didn't get that far into the lore and history.
So did you see the one part? I haven't watched. I want to. I think tonight
I've only seen the first 2 episodes, so...
Have you seen where the guy takes his helmet off after the battle?
Guy takes his helmet off after the battle.
I've seen clips of it. I won't ruin it. I mean, unless you want to.
I mean, spoilers just give me a reason to look forward to watching it. Actually, spoilers just give me a reason to look forward to and anticipate.
Okay, well, some people are different on that. Some people are like, don't...
So spoiler alert for...
Depending on what the spoiler is, I would agree with you on that.
Okay, yeah. Spoiler alert for the folks. I guess there's a battle, and the guy that Sir Duncan is like, I'm gonna say a squire, but it's he's the higher up, and Sir Duncan's like under him. And there's a battle or something. I don't know what the battle is. And at the end of it, he's like, I failed you, and Sir Duncan's all beat up, and he's like, no, I need good men like you. You did good, and I kind of gave, Sir Duncan was like, yeah, you know what I mean, that's cool. He's like, ew, my head hurts. Can you take his helmet off? And they go to take it off, and he's like, oh, it's stoved in back here. And he looks at Duncan. He's like, oh, my brother. He's got a strong hand. It was my brother's mace. And they take it off, and you just get a real quick glimpse, and hit back of his head stoved in, and he falls dead. Caved in. Yeah. Falls dead right there. So the mace hit the back of his head, caved in the plate, caved in his skull. And when they ripped the thing off, which I don't understand why you die after you took it off, but because he wasn't like pouring blood, you'd think maybe bleeding out, it was holding the blood.
Once the adrenaline probably wore off.
Yeah, as soon as he took the helmet off, the guy fell. I think dead because he wasn't moving too much. And that's a clip I seen, and I was like, there we go.
Okay, yeah, because so far 2 episodes in, the only person that's died was Sir Duncan's master, the Hedge Knight that he was apprenticed under, or that he was squiring under. And
is that the one
And that's the very first episode.
Is that the one with the mace?
No. This is like before the show technically starts. Like the show opens, the first like 5 minutes or whatever, the intro is him burying his master because he died and passed on.
Maybe it's him. It might be him. I don't know.
Doubtful. Because the guy, I don't know.
Yeah, neither do I.
I'll have to watch more of the show and find out.
Yeah. I was gonna say I need to watch it too.
Yeah, I'm speculating based.
I still haven't watched Dance of Dragons.
House of Dragons?
Almost the House of Dragons. I've watched a good portion of it, but always something happens where I get off the path of it, and then I mean, it's good.
I haven't watched any of it. I have not watched. I stopped watching about 2 or 3 episodes into season 8, and then just called it quits there. But then I saw Night of the Seven Kingdoms trailers, and I was like, oh, there's Happy Go Lucky. Goes more into the more optimistic stuff that I've been wanting to see.
I love Game of Thrones for that. Just that.
So you never finished the original Game of Thrones?
No.
You're still on that kick?
Oh my god.
What cake? It was not finishing things?
No, like you need like this happy-go-lucky, positive outlook media thing.
That's who I am now. This is like I've said before. You know, it to me it's a sign of societal things. It's, you know, they keep showing us shit to make us complacent and happy with what we got, instead of showing us better things that we could strive for and look up to and try to better our circumstances. They want us complacent and in our houses and counting our blessings. That it's not Game of Thrones world, or, you know, the universe of the boys, where, you know, the superheroes are the bad guys and shit.
I think that's more of a mindset.
Yeah, like I feel like you're reading way too into
Am I just
media.
projecting?
Yeah, I honestly
so-
think you do, because a lot of great storytelling can come from
it
those
absolutely,
dark,
it absolutely
dreary
can.
things.
It necessarily doesn't even make me sad. It's just that you can presume like the good guy's gonna win. But like, have you seen the Red Wedding?
Yeah.
Okay. When that shit happened, I flew up off the couch and was like, "There's no fucking way, no way!" And it just got worse and
So
worse.
they just took out like 70% of the main characters.
Yeah, just some of the things in there just made you just get up and go, "What? What?" Yeah, I love that.
I'm just saying, like, if you would have watched, hang on.
Well, while you're thinking that, like, I honestly don't think that a lot of people are watching The Boys and going, "Damn, I'm really glad I don't live in that." I'm
Aren't
so
you,
glad
though?
where I'm at. Dude, I sit there and would watch, like, hell, the Avengers and go, could you imagine if the Hulk just fucking jumped on your car and explaining that to your insurance company? That shit's funny.
I just saw him. It was like, could you imagine it worse if he threw your car
Exactly.
and missed?
There would be no insurance companies. There would be no
Exactly.
explaining. They'd be like, "Sir, I hate to tell you this, but that's an act of God." You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Well, literally, Thor just blew up my shit. That's
I
that's got to get covered, right?
I never
mean,
had a
that's-
problem with anything like that. I bought a Leaf Guard. He sold me on it. He came in. He had the whole briefcase. He sold me on it, and I a couple $1,000s on this whole leaf list. He doesn't get into the gutters. Because I had to clean the gutters that one time, and the first time I ever did it, and I was like, "This fucking blows. I don't want to do this ever again." So I got this, and I had it, I think, no more than 2 months. I had 2 trees in my backyard. The first one fell down the 1 month, and it didn't hit nothing, thank God, except for, like, the whole yard was consumed by a fucking drowned tree. And they're really beautiful. Bradford pears, they stink, but in the spring they have beautiful, like, little white blossoms on. Real pretty. And that fell, and I was like, whoa, that sucks, but hey, we got another one. I think the month right after that, it fell, and it took the corner off of the roof, like nothing roof-wise, but just dented in the gutter. And they're like, it is a lifetime warranty of not your life, but of the house's life. And I was like, wow, not even my life. Like, it'll be like that forever. Like, that's one of the selling points. I was like, that's crazy. So I call them up confident that we're going to, they're going to come in and maybe like cut that section off and put a new one in. No, that's an act of God. We can't do anything about that. That's just, take that, rub it on your chest. Have a nice day. And I'm like, what do you mean? Like, what do you mean? That's like, so like an act of God. You can say almost anything. Except for some dude going up there and is like, I hate this guy, and then smashing in my gutters.
You'd probably be
like
better off if that's what happened.
I'm just picturing that scene from the Blues Brothers. I'm on a mission from God, and then they just slam into your car. It's like, oh well, now it's not covered. Sorry, act of God.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't get that. I think that is the most goofiest. And like, what if you don't? Which I'm not saying anything to people that do or don't believe. You know what I mean? To each their own. What if you don't believe in them? Do you still have to accept that? Like, is that just like, but sir,
Yeah.
but sir, I don't believe in that. Well, sir, I do. So, and so does the company. So,
Better question, like, which God? It's like, sorry,
Are we
our insurance
talking
only
Vishnu? Who are we talking about?
Sorry, our insurance only covers acts of Odin.
Honestly, if they said that, I'd be like, all right, that's all right. Yeah. That's
Fair,
pretty,
fair.
that's pretty good. That's what's up. Okay. We do not. That's an act of Loki. You know what I mean? We do not cover acts of Loki.
Sorry, you didn't opt into the Chaos God coverage.
You are covered for Thor, and you are also covered for Odin, but you are not covered for Loki. And that's that falls under that category.
I'd watch that show. I'm just saying, like the pantheonal or multi-pantheon fucking insurance adjuster, having to go out and do the file the insurance claims.
Wasn't there like an Australian commercial or ad where they're all sitting around a table and Jesus is sitting there and he's like, "Oh, this song's about me," and one of the other gods like, "They're all about you, Jesus."
Yeah.
Like you got Scientology there trying to sell his religion to people.
The fucking the elephant god from Hinduism just doing his thing.
Oh yeah, I can't remember his name.
That is Vishnu, isn't it?
I think so.
I think so.
Yeah, I want to say yes.
I'm gonna check that.
Yeah, fact check.
I don't want to pick the wrong one.
We don't need a billion Indians all fucking flooding our comment section.
Have every telemarketer in the area calling you.
Oh no, I'd watch that too. That'd be like as you were saying, like and thank God that didn't happen. And he'd be like, and thank Odin that we have good insurance. thank Thor.
the fucking logo for the company is just like one of those big like crossed out like big red crosses like the Ghostbusters style red cross, and then it's just an old man's face with an eye patch.
That's Ganesh.
Ganesh.
Vishnu is the blue multi-armed god.
Okay.
Okay.
Before any of you out there think you're going to take our idea for the what was the proper term? I always got told it was Odinist is the term, which I know that's a single entity, but I meant like that's what I always got told.
Well, so there's paganism, or like Norse paganism, or I'll say true is the more common.
One of them, folks, don't think you're going to steal that idea because I'm copywriting it right now, right here. So
patent pending.
Yeah, I was going to say patent pending.
Yeah, patent pending.
It's
so
coming.
Don't you try, or we're going to get you for.
Well, the nice thing about copyright law is that if you can prove usage before anybody else, which this stuff's time stamped, there you go, you're all set.
So don't do it.
Just in case, quickly write it down.
Yeah. Write it down, put it in an envelope, mail it to yourself.
I will copyright the shit out of you.
Go get it notarized.
Yeah.
But back to the root of that. Yeah, I feel like it's more of your own mindset that's what you believe is the takeaway from
a lot of the media.
From a lot of media. Like,
Yeah.
don't get me wrong. I will say you're 90% correct when it comes to news, media, and just
Just causing mass fear and panic and shit. Yeah.
But, like, as far as TV shows, movies, games, hell, music,
Books.
I really feel like that's personal take on what you should be thinking and feeling. Because, like, I wouldn't watch... This is a game first. It's got the clickers. Last of Us.
Last of Us, yep.
Like, I wouldn't watch that and go, man, I'm really glad that, I'm grateful for what I got going on compared to that.
So, post-apocalyptic shows I put into a separate subsection or genre. Because, like, my mom was saying something about The Walking Dead in the same light of. It's like, well, that's not the thing to look at, right? Because like, we're a far stone's throw away from the old George A. Romero, all zombies representing consumerism and capitalism gone wrong and everything, But because The Walking Dead's takeaway was that, zombies aren't the monsters, they're just the backdrop. The people are monsters and people are awful. Which also isn't a great thing.
So, like the human element, there are bad people.
Right.
I love the spoilers for anybody that hasn't watched Walking Dead.
No, we're not doing spoilers for The Walking Dead. It's been long enough. If you haven't watched it, that's your own problem.
That's your damn fault. I like when he's like, we don't kill people. We don't. And then it does like another scene where he's biting the hell out of that dude's neck and ripping his jugular out and spitting it.
But no, but like something like superheroes specifically, the big one for me was the superheroes, right? You have the whole DCEU dark gritty, what if superheroes killed people and existed more in a more realistic was the selling point, the gritty, more realistic, more practical superheroes. And you get shit like The Boys or Invincible, where it's just bloodbath after bloodbath. But I grew up on like the Christopher Reeve Superman, on the Justice League series where they weren't allowed to kill people on screen because it's a kid's cartoon.
Yeah.
Now, granted, you get some more sick and sadistic shit that the bad guys do whenever you tell animators, oh, you can't have a dead body on screen, so you get like shit like the Joker's laughing gas, where people are contorted in these twisted smiles and grins that are just awful looking, nightmare inducing. But the superheroes go out of their way to save the day in a morally righteous way, not.
So you don't like the anti-heroic type?
In its own genre, it's fine, but when you try to replace a genre with it,
But what genre was replaced is what I'm not
The
understanding.
superhero genre.
It's
It was all of it. It was
and I
DCEU. It was Marvel. It was fucking Sony and everything else. It was
what was changed in the DC universe and Marvel universe to make it?
when Superman killed Zod.
But that's based off of the comic line, so that was already interpreted.
No, in the comic line, Zod wasn't killed. He was banished to the Phantom Zone.
I'm pretty sure there is a comic line where he's killed him.
This is gonna be crazy off topic, but I was listening to Eminem on the way here, and there was a point where he was like some General Zod, and then he said something else in the rap, and I was like, I've heard this when I was little, and then I was like, that's General Zod from Superman. Oh my lord!
Pretty sure that was Rap God.
That was Rap God. Yes.
Yep.
Yeah. I was like, I didn't get it, and then I got it not then, and I was like, because we talked about General Zod, and I didn't know that until we talked about it, and I was like, holy moly!
So yes, General Zod has been killed multiple times in the comics. One of them in 1988.
Well, I didn't read the comics. So
So why would you?
they don't exist in my mind.
Okay, but then switching off of that, I'll go to Marvel. What in Marvel has changed to make you see that outlook? Because I haven't seen anybody really die in Marvel except for Gamora, Scarlett Johansson's Black Widow.
Whoa! You don't remember when Peter Parker turned to dust and was like, "I don't feel so good."
Oh God!
Yeah, the snap. Like half of the entire universe died.
But no, I mean, and this isn't to take away from how you perceive it. I'm not trying to nitpick your views on it. If that's your views on it, that's your views on it.
That's it. For me, it was more of the grotesque overture with The Boys and Invincible specifically. You literally, the animated and non-animated the portrayals of superheroes.
That's fair, but I don't feel like it was put out there to make you think that you could have it worse. I don't think that that's the intention behind that.
That may not have been
show.
the intention, but that was the big takeaway for me.
I love your view of it. I like to think, in my personal view, if I watch the news and it was something sick, I get down. You know what I mean? I hate watching news. I refuse to watch news mainly.
Same.
YouTube gets me every once in a while because there's that news section, and it'll flip something through, and I'll read it, and then I'm like, oh, that sucks.
Yeah,
I gotta watch something happy now. But when it comes to like something like that's fictional, you know what I mean, which where all like I was thinking of documentaries, but that's pretty stupid when you think about it. Anything like Game of Thrones, Marvel, DC, anything like that. It could be as crazy as it could be. You know what I mean? You can get some dude getting his face snatched off, and then be like, oh my god, and then it stops, and you're like, that was fucking crazy. And then you could be like, well, at least it ain't real, so that's all right.
Yeah,
I can watch it. Yeah, I can watch somebody get butchered and be like, it isn't real. It's fine.
Yeah, I know we had a conversation where I told you about how I really like the show Shameless. And you were like, I won't watch that because it's so negative. Yeah. And I'm like, but it's a great show.
Shameless is pretty crazy, and I've watched it. Shameless is really good.
I love Shameless.
I watched like the first season and like half of the second season. I was starting to get kind of into it and everything, but it's just like it's just one of those, for me personally, and that one I won't blame societal changes and stuff on shows like Shameless, because that genre, the drama genre, has always been there. But for me, it's kind of putting up on a pedestal people that are just constantly self-sabotaging, and like that's the only way that show continues to exist is because the characters have to keep fucking up their own lives. Like none of them make good choices, or at least for very long.
But in the same sense, a lot of those things that happened then wasn't their own fault.
True, but then the only control we ever have in our lives is how we respond to a situation or how we react to it.
Amen on that one.
But it makes that show more real, more realistic.
See, that's
to everyday
what I was
life.
about to say with how your outlook is on shows like The Boys. For me, it would be the grounded realism that if you had superpowered people who proclaim themselves to be heroes and have the ability to more or less be unstoppable, like, say, Homelander would technically be, there is nothing other than another superhero that's going to stop that.
Right.
And that's the gritty realism that I would watch it for.
Now, and see, in that aspect and regard, I do agree with what you said earlier, where you can still get great storytelling out of it.
Yeah.
Because you still get great characters like Howie.
I don't know any of the characters other than the main
Howie
ones. So.
Huey.
Are you talking about his son?
The young guy that's in his girlfriend.
That's Chip and Dale.
I honestly couldn't tell you. I've never really watched the show fully, so
it's literally the main character from the first episode. Dude's girlfriend got ran over by a train and got obliterated in the first 10 minutes of the show.
Oh, well, I'll take you on that because I have no idea, but continue. Name aside, where are you going with it?
Anyways, him as a character is a regular guy trying his best to counter these superheroes and trying to figure out ways to stop them or bring them down or whatever. That is absolutely great storytelling because that shows where I would be at, who I relate to in that story. But then he's constantly thwarted by the people that are telling him, no, your ideals are stupid. It's going to get you killed, and this is what you really have to do. And it's where's the healthy mix of optimism and realism?
And that's not the show you need to watch. It's really that cut and dry.
Really,
it's
really
not
is.
out there for you to feel like you need to be.
Then what is the show I need to watch?
Teletubbies.
Teletubbies, yeah. I'm sorry,
Children
she points out, Shameless, and you don't want to watch that because it promotes self-sabotage in your eyes.
Yeah.
So this is all based on your personal opinion. That doesn't mean that Jolly can't enjoy it. She can't enjoy that show.
I'm not saying you can't enjoy it.
But you're also feeling judgmental towards it because you feel like, well, then what show should I watch is what you just asked me.
Born to judge, bud.
Then I don't understand the basis behind this. If you're wanting a solution...
what is the alternative that's out there being presented in the media?
Disney.
Find something else. Don't watch that type of show.
That's what I'm asking. What else is there?
Well, you already put The Walking Dead in its own category. Go watch The Walking Dead. You have your own gray area category. You already know what it is. I don't.
Right, but I'm not looking for gray area. I'm looking for the shows that are out there that are marketed for the mass media, not niche content, but actual
Okay, so you want something popular that would promote a healthy outlook from your perspective.
Yes.
Okay, give me 20 minutes.
Okay.
I'll find you something. And if it's something that you're going to nitpick and say, well, I don't like this because of this other sub-reason like hers.
I am open to interpretation and debate.
I'll find you something.
I mean, would you consider me a positive person?
Yes.
So none of these shows that I watched have changed my outlook on anything because I watched them.
True. My point was not that it changes people's outlooks. I'm just saying that there is very little to none representation of a more positive and optimistic outlook as far as modern media goes. Last 10 years.
Okay. No, I see what you're saying now. Okay. I don't agree with it, but I see what you're saying.
Because, for instance, one of my favorite shows, Burn Notice. The good guys win in that series. Mm-hmm. There is a beginning, middle, and end to that show. It actually came to a conclusion, came to a finale, and the good guys win. Not all of them, much like Lord of the Rings and much like, other iterations of some superhero genres and everything, there are people that make the sacrifice, that make the hero play.
To get the fellowship, quote unquote, to where it is, to get the group.
Right. And a heroic sacrifice, that's dramatic with a good implication. And again, if it leads to the good guys winning. I mean, if you're watching Return of the Jedi and Vader strikes down fucking Luke, like, comment, subscribe.
Like, comment, subscribe.
And that's how that whole trilogy ends, is the good guys lose and Vader and Palpatine go on to take over the galaxy and maintain power and control. You're telling me that's a good ending for Star Wars?
If it's written well.
You like Rick and Morty, though, and freaking Rick is self-sabotaging every freaking episode.
And it's a very unhealthy dynamic throughout the entire multiverse.
It's also a very self-aware series. It doesn't pretend to be.
But see, that's the thing is,
that.
you can put a different label on anything so long as it's going to suit your outlook.
Yeah, it's called spin.
So that makes this kind of a very moot point. But I have some shows, and one of the shows I know you've watched.
Okay, what do we got?
So the one that I know you've watched is Star Trek: The Next Generation.
Yes.
So there's one show right there.
Also, didn't come out in the last decade, but yes.
Well, this is
very popular, very optimistic outlook. Yeah, good guys win a lot.
The Good Place, a show about personal growth and redemption in the afterlife.
Yes, but also it's hell.
See, and here's where the thing is. But also,
I haven't seen that show, but I do know.
Girls. This is just the top 5 shows.
Gilmore Girls is drama. That's a drama series.
Like I said, you're going to have an alternate to each of these, but these have positive outlooks.
Yes, yeah.
That was the only criteria you gave me.
Fair. I mean, I did specify that, in recent media in the last 10 years, Gilmore Girls was back in the early 2000s.
But I mean, it's very much your own personal taste. And like I said, I wasn't trying to belittle how you feel, but you're the one who challenged it with the aspect of find me some shows.
But my specific point was not in the you can enjoy whatever you want to enjoy. Taste is a personal preference, and that's for each individual. What I'm saying is what are the available popular medias that are being produced recently that creates or portrays a positive or optimistic outlook where the good guys win, where it shows that, even a good underdog story, like we talked about with, Frodo in Lord of the Rings, or Luke Skywalker in Star Wars.
Comment,
subscribe. You have these guys that come from literally backwoods farm towns that, rise to the call to adventure, and they win, they succeed, and they save lives, they save planets, save worlds, save galaxies.
Which I get. But even if you look into Star Trek, Lord of the Rings, what was the other one? Shit.
Gilmore Girls?
Lord of the Rings. No. Hold on. Star Wars. Jesus. I feel ashamed not even realizing that's the one I was trying to name. Like,
Tech.
Aside from even the background to it.
You gotta do the thing.
Like, comment, and subscribe.
There you go.
Going for a month and he thinks he can just get away with shit like that. That's insane.
Hey, I'm on like a little.
Yeah, don't disrupt his thought.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
But the amount of racism perceived in all three of those.
Oh yeah,
like
very heavily so. Yeah,
like outwardly, immediately in Lord of the Rings, Legolas does not like Gimli or his race. Regardless of them having to learn to deal with that throughout the entire adventure, which spanned months.
Best bros.
Yeah.
I mean, there is
still blatant racism.
There's also a good reason for that.
Well, also just the way that the wild men, the orcs and the goblins are.
Yeah.
That's actually a good reason for that. Do you want me to get into the lore of that?
We know.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, most of us know.
But the audience may not know. Why do elves and dwarves? Why are they?
Now I'm scared that I'm going to get it wrong. So, if I understand correctly, they had one of the Silmarillions was made into something, or maybe it was Mithril. It was one of the two, and I think it was petty dwarfs. It wasn't just normal dwarfs. And the elves got them to make something for them. And then they made it, was like, okay, here you go, good craftsmanship. And the elf was like, thank you. And then they looked at it further and they were like, that's really nice. I don't think we're going to give it to you. And then the petty dwarfs killed
the
elves and whatnot. And I think that's what started. And I can't remember if the elves actually...
The elves were supposed to pay for it. Yeah. They chose not to pay for it. The dwarves killed them, claimed that they killed them because they never intended to pay. And the elves said that they were killed because... the dwarves were petty and wanted to keep the Silmarillion.
Sorry.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so that started, and then the dwarves ended up attacking an elven city, and I forget, sacked it and whatnot, and that's what started that. So that's not like downright like our racism. Our racism's pretty fucked up. Them folks didn't do nothing. Them folks never did nothing. They were just living their lives, and we.
But Star Trek, I mean, ever since the original series was all about like pointing a spotlight on racism and confronting it, though.
The Klingons just enslaved anything, that wasn't them mainly. I mean, unless they were in...
The Romulans saw everyone as lesser. The Klingons
you gotta think, for a very long time you're saying, is that dark or not? You got to think when they're like, Captain, we lost pressure in the second deck. That's like 100 people that just got sucked out of a fucking hole in the ship.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody just became one real quick.
That was like the Star Trek, the newer ones. And I don't think that shows it on the old ones, but it might. It was like they're running through the thing, and the hole gets blown into the hull, and they get sucked out. And this woman was like screaming her head off as she gets sucked out into the battle, and then it goes out there with it and gets all quiet, and then it's just a battle raging around or whatever. And I always thought that was really crazy. When that stuff would happen, it's like that would suck so bad.
Like you'd really have to be made of some pretty sturdy shit to join Starfleet, knowing that kind of a sudden and violent death could happen. That's like and it's beyond your control because you're just deck crew. You're not even in the fucking bridge.
Yeah. At any moment, I mean anything.
Just a janitor on the lower deck, and all of a sudden,
something you don't even.
It's funny that you mentioned that. Sorry, Jolly, to cut you off. No. But they were talking about a story in Star Trek where there was a transporter malfunction and they were beaming somebody aboard, and it was like 3 people standing in a group. Well, the 2 made it, and they couldn't figure out where the third one was, and someone was walking through the halls on one of the lower levels, and they were bisected in between the floors, and that's where they ended up.
Yeah,
and they were just fused to the floors. And they're like, yeah, no one really talks about the dark side of what actually goes on those ships.
Well, that's like the newer, not new, but the one with real handsome guy,
the revamp,
Chris Pine.
Yeah,
and when they're on the ship and he meets what the fuck did I want to call him? Murdoch. Bones, thank you. When
Bones has always been
and
like, I'm never driving a transport.
He's like, don't mind if I don't throw up on you. He's like, we could get cooked off by the sun, and you got to think you would have to be made of some sturdy ass stuff for you to be out there, because I mean, it's like, we got shields, we got hull.
Is it wrong that I look at that and I go, how much you paying?
Oh yeah, no. I mean, to me, that's all worth it. Yeah. We also.
Yeah.
Money aside, that's my dream.
We did sign that dotted line to go off and do that shit.
It's like that hardship shipbreakers. Like my son was asking me about that. He's like, would you do that? I was like, I wouldn't even be waiting. You're going to clone me infinitely. I have to pay off a debt where I'm doing something fun in 0G.
Right.
Why not?
Yeah, that's
Shipbreakers.
So if you've never played that game, it's a simulator casual game. Basically, you were a guy in some serious debt on Earth, and you sign the dotted line, join this company, and you immediately get slumped with all this debt of them transporting you into space, like you said, the cloning and everything. But the idea is that you have to dismantle ships in like a ship graveyard, essentially, a ship scrapyard, and dismantle it and separate out all the pieces and everything to reclaim as much profit margin as you can. And the more you process these ships, the more money you make to fill in the debt. But if you die,
your debt goes up.
Your debt goes up because you lost a clone. You got to get replaced. If you're buying new equipment, your debt goes up, and you got to pay that off. But if you keep in a steady rhythm and you keep the safety practices and everything, and you do it safely and you do it efficiently, then you make money and eventually pay off that debt.
I seen a recent one. It's kind of like the power washer stuff we was talking about. It was a kaiju cleaner.
Yes, I'm waiting for that to come out.
Me too, honestly. And it's like after the disaster happens, they kill the kaiju. The military forces brought it down. Whoever brought it down, and you're a guy that has to go this massive creature and slowly with a power torch and different tools take these parts out of it, and you for resources and money and this and that, and then sometimes they have acid blood. Sometimes he didn't say, which they really should say. You should have one that like you open it up and there's mites in it or something like
I'm sure
that.
There's going to be like eggs of some kind.
So it's like the black market guys from Pacific Rim.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. 100%.
Yes, 100%. And you just like you're
you're
just
harvesting
taking apart.
Teeth and shit.
Yeah, cleaning up and just cleaning up after this kaiju attack and trying to clean up it's so cool, and it's not like it's kind of indie looking, isn't it?
Yeah,
which I love too. You know what I mean? That's nothing at all.
But it's still waiting on announcement of when it'll be released.
Yeah, I seen that and I thought that was really cool. I wanted to bring that up next when I was here. Movies, which 2 movies, a movie and a series that I'm getting into. Mm-hmm. Euphoria. Do we know what we're talking about?
Is that the one with the teenagers on drugs? And having sex with each other all the time? And
I don't know why. She got me into it, and I was like, okay, I'll try it out. And it was just, it's wild. And I don't know why I've been getting into it. Not for them reasons about the teenagers having sex.
That's exactly
I was going to say.
That's the bonus.
No, it's not.
So, I can't say it's a new thing, because from my understanding, it kind of is just a revamp of that old show Skins, if anyone remembers that one from back in the early 2000s.
Yes.
Late 2000s, early 2010s.
What's that one? Was it Road Trip? Where they were just going across the country, more or less having sex. You remember that?
Euro Trip?
Euro Trip.
Is that what?
Euro Trip was the sequel. Road Trip was the first one.
Oh, okay. I didn't know they were.
I didn't either.
I've seen both, but I didn't know they were connected.
Yeah.
Can't reach you.
It's exemplifying degeneracy.
Oh my god!
Oh my god!
Listen, go back to explaining your movies and shows.
I was going to say, I have one other one, which this is really crazy. You're talking about some like really dark stuff that scares you. Terrifier 3.
Yes. I just told him that we need to watch that. Me and Chivas gotta watch it.
That was our first date. She was like, "You want to watch something? I really want to watch Terrifier 3."
Is it a movie or a show?
It's a
movie, and it's fucking insane.
What's it?
His name is Art.
It's
a horror movie.
He's a supernatural killer clown.
He doesn't say anything. He's like a mime. He says nothing but the gore and the blood and everything else. Like, if you want to see a true good horror movie, watch.
I'm not going to go into it, but when she picks up the shard of glass. She was like, first date, first movie she wanted to watch, and she watches that, and she's like, what do you think of it? And I was like, I'm fucking scared. I'm scared. It's so good, though.
And then
she goes, I don't remember it being this crazy. And I'm like, what the fuck do you mean you don't remember being this crazy? This shit's off the walls. I'm scared.
I'm definitely making him watch it.
Terrifier.
Terrifier.
3.
Yeah.
This is the one I watched was 3. And she said she doesn't remember the Terrifier 1 and 2 being as crazy, which I'm sure they are kind of crazy.
Is this that clown with the white face paint?
Yeah,
Yes,
that smiles
Oh
and
my
doesn't...
goodness. Okay, never mind. I've seen...
Yeah.
Scenes and clips. I see
It's-
shorts all the time and everything from it.
We watched that at some point ourselves, because she'll put on random horror movies, and I'm usually just sitting at my desk watching or playing something of my own.
I'm not one for horror movies. I'm really not. I don't...
But the amount of horror movies that we watch, it's desensitizing to me, because no matter the blood and gore of it, it's not going to get to me. Like, I'll get the cheap jump scare, because if I'm zoned into it, it's of course going to get me.
Yeah.
But, like, it doesn't hit the horror movie trope triggers that get to me at my core. So it doesn't bother me.
I would say that I haven't, like I said, I don't watch that too much. If I'm watching a horror movie, it's not Scream, not Jason Voorhees, not Freddy Krueger, not Terrifier. It's like a cryptid or a werewolf. You know what I mean? Like stuff like that. Jurassic Park was technically a horror movie. Stuff like that. You know, I'll get into that all day. I love that stuff. But when it's like what you would say, a person, a serial killer,
The
something like
slasher
that.
flick.
The slash. Yeah. There we go.
Well, it feels more real because
a slasher
they're
flick.
actual people.
I'm not for that. You know what I mean? And I haven't watched one in so long.
So you're more like freaked out to the potential of it being your neighbor.
Yeah.
You're gonna see someone just peeking through your windows. Like,
so for me, when it comes to horror movies, right?
Mm-hmm.
The slasher flicks, the over the top blood and gore and everything, especially whenever they try to go for like a really realistic blood and gore effect and everything. I used to be desensitized to it because I grew up watching a lot of slasher flicks and everything. They were my mom's favorite genre. But then I got kind of resensitized to it at a certain point. So now I started getting that ick back whenever I watch it. It's like, that cringe. Like,
I didn't care. And then, like I said, I don't think I've watched it that long. And then when she's watched that, I haven't watched a horror movie, you know what I mean? In general, of like a person.
Like I grew up with the Jason Voorhees and the Michael Myers and what's the other
Killer
guy?
Clowns.
Jeepers Creepers.
Jeepers Creepers. Oh my god, I love Jeepers Creepers.
Yeah, it was good.
But you showed me something modern day with special effects and everything where it's like, you just see the scalpel slowly sliding into the flesh and that blood pooling
and it gets
out
to you?
Yeah.
Okay, I have a question. And I'm not trying to pick on your own personal views.
By all means.
But was this revival of being sensitized to things at the same time that you became awakened to caring about what the media is you're perceiving?
Probably, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because it just feels like it coincides.
But then on top of that, though, horror movies that I do enjoy.
Okay.
I love a good like supernatural, like demonic possession movie. Like give me a good Exorcism of Emily Rose or the Insidious movies. Those get to me with the jump scares and with the actual like unsettling horror feel. Then the other one, I'm with Jolly on this one. The more realistic ones, like Strangers. Something where it's like this could feasibly happen to you.
See, I don't like them. I don't like them.
That's what he's
I like
saying.
the more cryptic stuff.
I mean, like they scare me.
Yeah, I'm not interested in them, but it does scare me in a way a little bit because like I was scared of the dark when I was a kid, and I never understood it. And I don't know. Maybe that's just a stupid thing to say, but I'm not scared of the dark now. But I am. I'm not scared of the dark in general. I'm scared of who is in the dark.
Yeah, you're scared of the idea of what's in it. Yeah.
Like it's one of those like you turn the lights off and you go up the stairs. You gotta go really fast. You feel like something's just following behind you.
Yeah, I'm not scared of anything anymore. Like they're like, what could be in the woods? Like a coyote. It's like I know, unless it's a cryptid or something. Whatever you believe in that. I don't care what's in the woods. Like I mean, if I'm gonna see it, it's gonna be something like it may kill me, but it's like it's not gonna necessarily scare me. I'm nervous about like someone. That's more scary. There's this dude on I can't remember his name, but he's like I'm not even going to say his nationality because that's going to turn racist. He's a guy on Facebook that he does videos, and he did a couple with Scooby-Doo, and it was like they were in the corner, and they're like, shh, she's out there. And you hear the guy out there, and he's like, where you guys at? I'm going to fucking hurt yous. I already fucked that dog up and that dumbass with the ass scarf on. And there was another one where it's like, he's like, all right, Scooby, what we're going to do is you're going to get behind him and I'm going to trip you. And all of a sudden you hear a gunshot go, doo. And he's like, call 911. Call 911 now. Call 911.
We're done.
It was like, and when Mr. Ink really faces a criminal and not someone that's like, oh, you damn kids. Fold me.
If Scooby-Doo taught me anything, it's that the real villains and monsters of this world are old rich white people.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna silence.
For what?
What happened?
Everyone just got so
Oh.
silent after you said that.
Awkward quiet. Yeah.
I was gonna say for Scooby or Scooby Doo or something. I was really confused. I was like, did someone die?
Like what you said was so true, and then everyone just got completely
It's
silent.
like, oh fuck, I never thought
This
about
is
it that way.
this is an off topic once again, but that's on
What
topic.
off of what topic?
I don't
Yeah.
know. Yeah, we've been pretty wild, haven't we?
It's our warm up episode.
What was the show
We're
I just said?
all over
What was the
place.
show I just talked about?
Scooby-Doo.
No, what? The one I've been getting into with the teenagers that have said.
Euphoria.
Okay, so I don't want to get too. The dude's dad had chili cook off, this and that.
Somebody cooked into
He
chili.
passed away the 21st.
Oh, like in real life.
Real life. I started watching that and I'm like, okay. And then I popped up on my Facebook. It was like he passed away, not the 21st, like 19th, maybe 17th. And I just started watching that and I was like, there's no way that has to be fake or something. And no, he passed away from LMS or something like that.
Something about Eric Dane.
Let me see a picture.
He's from
ALS?
Grey's Anatomy and Euphoria.
Yeah, Grey's Anatomy. Yeah, that's it. Oh.
Yeah, he just passed away.
No, that's not him.
Well, that is what I'm reading. Died this week from amyotrophic lateral sclerosis.
He basically had ALS.
Yeah.
Is there like an older version of him, or are them all young of him?
That might just be all.
Good lord,
younger.
he's like 2 years old there.
Oh no, this is the guy.
Died when yeah.
Sorry, this is the guy.
Yeah. Why is it so weird? Yeah.
Because he's not in a show.
Yeah.
We've had like
Yeah, it
two
looked like his mouth
false
was way too
positives with
high.
you on that one. Yeah, oh wait.
Because the guy I seen a picture of was like some old white-haired dude, and he showed like a dude that was like 13.
What's the first one you showed him?
Apparently, one of the other actors, a younger actor from the show Euphoria, that died.
Wait, so another
but-
one died?
Yeah,
Holy shit, they must be doing it for real.
yeah. Angus Cloud was the guy, Euphoria actor, dead at 25.
Who's
The
he
other guy was
play?
53.
The drug dealer? Who is it again? Can I see it again? I'm so sorry. Oh shit, that's the drug dealer. Oh, why is everybody dying on that show? I start watching it and people
Well,
start
because
dying.
Epstein's Island got shut down, so they can't get their fix of the
Can't get their
baby's blood.
child blood. Yeah.
Can't re-up.
He
That's
did
all
look
gotta-
pretty crazy in that video. Like yeah. Now that the child sacrifice blood is not being able to be consumed.
Going back on TV shows and movies and stuff, another one that I love, and I know a lot of other people love, for good reason, is Breaking Bad. And you said again, you didn't like Breaking Bad.
Never.
Oh no, I got really into Breaking Bad.
Okay. But you had an issue with it.
I mean, I had it. I mean,
I'm loving this.
what did I say specifically that I had the issue with?
Get him, kitty.
I'm pretty sure it was like the self-sabotaging thing. You know, like, obviously, Jesse, definitely.
So the only complaint that I've ever had with
And
Breaking
Walter.
Bad was that he gets himself to a point where he makes enough money to set up his family, to take care of everything, and he
Right.
keeps going.
Well, yeah,
and
because
that's where
he keeps losing that money, and then he has to get more money, and he has to get enough, and he, you know, in his mind, it's not enough, it's not enough, it's not enough, it's not enough, and then he has to keep doing more and more and more, and then he has to keep paying off the lawyer, he's got to pay off the other drug dealers, he's got to pay off this, he's got to pay off this, and then he's back down to this much, you know,
Right,
and then he's got to get more.
Are you sure it's not an issue with inner projection on your part?
I don't think so, because like I've never hit that point. I mean, I put myself into the premise of trying to understand the character, trying to connect to and relate to the character. So if there is a series or a show or movie or whatever, there isn't something that I can kind of connect or relate to, then obviously I'm not the intended audience.
Yeah.
So I won't judge something for that. But where it's something that is in my preferred genre, like a fantasy series or a superhero series or a or an over-the-top thriller type series, you know, and people make a lot of bad choices that obviously there has to be plot, otherwise
There wouldn't be a movie or a show.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know, so I get that. You know, it's just whenever you have to suspend disbelief so hard that there's just no way. For me, I lose it.
Well, I mean, kind of like how, for example, in Supernatural, Sam and Dean. a lot of their problems could have easily been solved if they just fucking talked to each other brothers.
100%.
And you know that's been my issue with... I love the show. I'll rewatch the entire show. I don't really care.
Right.
I love the show.
Yeah.
But I'm sitting there going, if you two would just fucking sit down for 5 seconds and just talk to each other, you wouldn't be having this issue.
There is so many shows where it's like, what's wrong? It's like, nothing. And it's like, fucking tell him!
Exactly.
He'll understand! Tell him! You
could have solved so many problems.
So many problems. I've never watched The Breaking Bad. I've seen so many clips.
For
so
shame.
many
For shame.
clips.
No.
I have not watched it.
I'm getting out the bell from Game of Thrones, and we're going to make it shame.
Rub shit on me and rip my clothes off.
Spit on you.
Spit on
I'll
me.
jump in with you. I've only watched a little bit of it. I've never sat down and watched the whole thing.
Oh,
Shame.
My son's watching the whole thing.
No, you sick.
Jolly's just ready to jump in with any
It's
mob.
fun, right? Yeah, as I'm still covered in shit and ripped clothes. It's fun when it ain't you.
You're the one in the mob that had, what is it, where you're beating yourself, but you're going
self-flagellation.
out.
The
Yeah.
flagellate, yeah,
You got a torch in
flagellate
one
or whatever.
hand and you're hitting yourself and you're going at the same time.
Oh, they were crazy too. Like I watch videos, like they just be walking down the dirt roads.
I'm going to order one of those bells from Amazon now. So anytime
I
someone
thought she was gonna say a flagellist.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah. But,
No, the bell.
I guess like
The flail will be for other stuff.
Yeah. Preferably with not like the sharp notches and stuff on
But
it.
that's where the fun is. Come on now.
okay.
You gotta strip the skin with each swing,
sorry.
you know?
How else are you going to learn?
What a square. Jolly is such a square. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Do everything the safe way.
Yeah. No, I watched a documentary on that. They just be doing that going down the road, and you'd be like, "Yeah, just taking my hay down to the local shop or whatever," and they just rip you off the fucking cart, be like, "Yeah, fucking shame, you son of a bitch," and hit you with it, and then be like, "Yeah, you learned your lesson," and then keep on walking, going shame, and getting themselves again.
Was that oh shit! You guys see that? It was like on it's either A&E or AMC or something. There was an Amish like true crime series that was like Amish gangsters or something like that.
Oh my goodness, Amish Mafia.
Amish
Yeah.
Mafia, that's
Yeah.
the one. Yeah.
I've
see it.
seen that. Yeah.
Then they went and made a show, Breaking Amish, where they're leaving the
Yeah.
Amish
Oh, yeah, I
phase.
have seen that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that reality TV show.
I'm trying to think of an
That's
Amish
your
name.
problem. You watch reality TV.
No, I mean I grew up seeing some stuff and I fell out of it. My mom was into it, man. My mom got real bad with the.
Did
Mama
she
Chief, I
sit
love
you down and strap you to the chair and keep your eyes wide open, making you watch it, or
We
what?
had one TV in the whole house.
You could've went outside.
What is that movie where they take
No, I
that
couldn't. You
dude?
live in an apartment.
What's that
Young
movie where they
child.
take that dude's
Going
eyes?
outside.
That's what I'm trying to remember.
What's that movie where they tape that dude's eyes open?
You
And
talking
they're
about Clockwork Orange?
Yeah, is it?
Yeah.
I think
It might
so,
be.
yeah.
I'm
And
sure
then they
there's
like catch
multiple ones.
they catch his wheelchair on fire and shove him down the road, and the dude comes out like, I don't know, from getting coffee, and all he sees is a wheelchair with a dude in it, like, ah! And he's all fired.
I don't know about that part.
Am I
know
speaking
that-
right, or am I okay?
I just know the scene of him being strapped to
I
the
remember when I was
chair
younger
and
seeing
eyes
that, and then
open.
he's like, then like showing shit on the TV or whatever, and I was like, that's pretty fucking crazy. And then the next scene was him. The guy's like, drinking some coffee. He's like, it's time to start the day. And the wheelchair, he wasn't screaming, but the wheelchair was on fire with him in it, and it's just like going down the steep incline past the dude coming out of the coffee shop.
Anyways.
No,
But so my mom would watch a lot of the reality TV. She would watch a lot of what was that one where they were all in the house together? It's like
Like the model one, or the...
right. I know that's not very unspecific. They make a lot of those noises. Speaking of, did you see that they're bringing back Fear Factor and it's Fear House?
I hope it's good.
And it's
It's
Johnny
hosted by
Knoxville.
Johnny
is
Knoxville.
hosting.
Yep.
I hope it's good like the old ones. The old ones were crazy. Back when I was like in middle school or whatever, when it first came out, that was crazy. You're thinking of the Brady Bunch.
Nope.
Okay.
Close.
What?
Now, is it men and women all in the house? Or is it
Yeah.
just women? Okay.
It's like Real World.
Yeah, that's the Brady Bunch.
Real World is one that's like that. Because then they did Real World Road Rules. I really fucking hate trying to say that.
No, it's not that one.
There is so many.
Whatever. I'm gonna die on this hill. It's the Brady Bunch, but whatever. It'd be funny if he looks it up. He's like, no, you actually was right. It's the
I'm
Brady
still
Bunch.
thinking of America's Next Top Model with all the freaking girls in one house. And
Oh my god.
It could be any of them. So, I mean, you could just catapult it off of that.
I'm gonna phone a friend.
You can, your call.
Oh, my God.
you're actually phoning a friend. Are you phoning your mom?
Yeah. The best source of fact checking.
This is good content. I like it.
Is this the first time we had a phone friend?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, what was that show that you got super into from all the different versions of like different countries and everything? It was a reality TV show that you were sitting there watching online, and they had like the 24-hour live cam and stuff.
Circle?
No. This would have been like 10, 15 years ago ish.
Big Brother?
Yes.
He literally
I just
said it.
He said it. He said
As
it.
soon
Yeah.
I was sitting there, it's like
Okay.
you said the camera, and I was like,
As soon as,
Big
Okay.
Brother?
Yeah, we were talking about reality TV, and I remember the one that you got getting really into Big Brother, and I couldn't remember the name of it. All right.
Big Brother and Survivor.
All right. That's all I needed. Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome.
All right. Love you. Bye.
Bye.
Yeah, he whispered it just before.
Yeah, I
I was
heard it,
gonna-
but I didn't want to just be
I was
like,
gonna
oh, yeah,
say-
sorry, I didn't. Oh,
I was gonna say,
hello? Huh? Hello?
Can you hear me now?
What was it about that?
I think she actually did.
I thought maybe she was calling back, and I was gonna melt my soul. I thought she was calling back to be like,
Yeah,
whoever that
yell
was,
away, yell away.
whoever that was, tell him I said bye. I'll be like, all right, could
I
have been
thought I was
that.
about to get yelled at. It's like, you're gonna call me on speakerphone in front of all your friends like that?
Oh,
I
thought
literally thought what you were going to say. Like, I'm not on the podcast, am I?
gets up and goes to the room. Mom, I'm sorry.
Well, eventually, whenever I can upgrade the pod track, there's a little Bluetooth device that you can attach to it that allows you to like sync up to your phone
And so you can actually
Yeah,
call
that
in
minute.
somebody.
Right,
and
right.
But it takes the place of one of the lines.
I was
So-
gonna call her
Yeah.
Mama Chief, but then I didn't really want to confuse her. So I was like, I was gonna say
Mama
bye.
Chief.
Yeah, Mama Chief. I was like, it was
But
Big Brother.
so Big Brother, yes.
Well,
So-
as soon as you said the cams, because I remember there was a few times where I was like, Big Brother cams, what the hell is this? And I'd look on it and I'd be like, everyone's fucking sleeping. Like, what is this? And then I looked it up and it was like, you can look at these guys at any time. And the thing that reminds me is, it's kind of crazy your mom watches that. All I know from that show is like, they're always fucking. They're always like, getting into each other's beds. And it's like,
Oh, yeah.
Yo, Jennifer hooked up with
Didn't
me
they make
last.
a spin-off Big Brother After Dark?
Yes.
Because people were more interested in that.
So there was the Big Brother, and then Big Brother After Dark was this one, and then whenever that was so overly popular, and other people were calling like, oh man, I wish I could just watch this all the time. And so they got the 24-hour live cams and everything. And this is for all the different. I mean, there's Big Brother Russia, Big Brother fucking France.
I didn't know there was multiple
Britain.
iterations.
It's like
of-
freaking Wipeout. They have it everywhere.
Yeah.
In every country.
Yeah, it's so popular, and yeah, and
That
people
shit's
were-
so funny.
But so
I know.
my mom was watching all
the
of
Japanese one, but American dubbed. That shit is
Yes,
so
it's
fucking
so
funny.
good.
Wipeout?
MXC.
MXC.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Or,
and they're
or
definitely
the original-
Takashi's Castle.
or the original
Yes.
Yeah.
Ninja Warrior.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my god, that
American
stuff.
We
Ninja
was
actually are
so-
going to start watching MXC.
Nice.
Because she's like, I'd watch that with you. I'm like,
Oh my god.
hell yeah, say no more.
Oh my
It's
god,
so
the
fucking
announcers
funny.
in those fucking are so fucking funny.
They definitely know what they're
hilarious.
saying, but the dubbed over version of it, they
Yeah.
say such weird shit.
I don't think I've seen the dub, but I've seen the sub. So I
Here's-
can
You've
Oh,
seen
no,
the
no,
dub.
no. You got it.
Yeah.
Here's Becky from Wisconsin. She's a dust wrangler. She's coming down the thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Stupid stuff like that. It's a meat packer.
It's so good.
Oh, that's so good.
well, any other horror movies, reality shows, or trashing my opinions on things that we got for
I
this?
We
mean,
didn't
we can
trash
keep
it.
trashing
You
your
you
opinions if you
asked
like.
for it. You
I-
literally asked for
I
it.
Because I like a little self-flagellation. I'm a bit of a masochist.
I didn't.
you know?
I didn't. I was good. I didn't trash you at all.
I'm still trying to think
You
of movies and TV
bullshit.
shows that
I mean,
you
I
would
added
like.
points in it. I said it was cute that he thinks what he thinks.
That to me is
It's
more insulting than
adorable.
anything. That's cute.
Aww.
I still think it's more internal realization
I just-
and then projection for you.
I became a more optimistic person. I wanted to see more optimism. And that's one of the big things.
And I don't
I know how to
fault
solve
you
your
for
problem.
that.
Uh-oh.
I have something. No, go
Go
ahead.
write your own movies and TV shows.
Holy shit.
I started a podcast. Does that count? Out here to bring some more hope and optimism to the world.
We're trying to keep it above the belt. Kitty ain't about that. Kitty goes right. Kitty would go below the belt. She's like, yeah, I'm going for the knockout. I ain't fucking around with you. I do have something.
So why don't
You're so
go
hard to
fucking do it?
you can fucking make one then.
I need the Machininator from fucking Rick and Morty.
Well,
Yeah, the movie Lizer.
The movie lies. That's what it was.
I have something to talk about. I do. I really do. I remember the last time I worked with Chief, he yelled at me.
Did you deserve it?
No.
Did he deserve it?
I
You
wish
gotta try
time.
to defend this. Try to defend this one. So I messed up and I felt really bad. Okay, this was on top of also these kids from this window calling me fat and making fun of me as I walked away from a door. That kind of bummed me out. I was like, whatever. This is my birthday night too, by the way.
Which
Real
I didn't
quick,
know until after I yelled at him.
If you say that you messed up,
Well, so I no. So I messed up, and then that happened, and
So
then I
what
messed up
happened
on
was-
this pizza. Or I messed up on this. What I think I messed up on the taking the order, and I'm just messing with you. I just wanted to get everybody against you here. So it was a mess up on. It was the same name. I think I used her credit card to pay for somebody else's.
Yeah. So what had happened was he cashed out the wrong order at the window, so he had somebody else's card pay for a different person's order, which ended up working out because okay in this circumstance because she paid for an order that was cheaper. And the other person paid the correct amount. So basically, both parties paid what they were supposed to pay, but one person got a cheaper deal.
Now, I didn't want nothing to do with her, but I'm telling you, she was giving me the come hither eyes. I didn't want nothing to do with it, but she really was. It was distracted me.
I've heard that in so
And
long.
then that happened, and then I felt bad, and I came back, and I was like,
Well, and then Little Boss figured out that that's what happened.
Oh,
so
okay.
Little Boss started in.
He was cool with it. No, he didn't start with me really. He told me.
Wow.
He was like, yeah. He said I did really good that night, and I was really surprised. Well, I come in and I'm like kicking the dirt a little bit, and I'm like, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to mess up. And he's like, yeah, it pisses me off more that you're saying sorry to me. That pisses me off more. And I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go take his delivery. And I walked out. He yelled at me. Now, let me hear the room on this one. What do we think about that?
Hold on. Are you really going on a kick of not liking when people apologize to you now?
Yeah,
Oh
fuck-
yeah.
fucking
No,
get him.
at
Get
work,
off of my shtick, motherfucker.
Fucking get him.
at work, I threatened to swap people with brooms every time they fucking apologize to me
used
because
to yell at you all the time for apologizing to me.
yeah.
And
Where
then-
do you think I
Hold
got
on.
it?
And then doing it again and again and again, and still thinking that the apology is going to matter.
Yeah, I learned from your example.
This is what you deserve. This is what you deserve, Chief. Get cut into.
My mentor
Oh, yeah.
taught me the things
Just a
that I
Bash Chief episode.
He's also raised his hand to me.
That's your
Oh.
own fault.
He
That's
like
I
messed
that's your
up.
own fault.
You're bigger than I am.
Was it
It's-
to
it's-
pat
it's
you on the
fine.
back?
No, he did. He went like and raised his fist up at me, and he really did too. Remember that time? Yeah, he did. Yeah, see,
It was playfully, but it's-
No, he had like it was like one of them. You know what I mean? Where like you just lose all facial.
Oh, I could just
sense
punch
and
you right
you're
now.
like, yeah.
just went for the fake out Superman punch. Just
Yeah.
No.
We know who you really want to punch, though.
Who do I really want to punch?
At your store.
Oh, yeah.
We're not gonna. It's not you.
I know. I know. I'm presuming it's not me. So I have,
you.
I have two. It really is. I have two names, which not names, but like code. You know what I mean?
Oh, you would want to too.
I love everybody there except for one person.
Then
Little
it's the
Boss.
person.
Is it?
it was for a very long time.
Yeah, he's the only person there.
I didn't know if
that
I was allowed to say little
that
boss.
I dislike. I love everybody there, and I
My
genuinely.
real question is what are you guys going to do when people start figuring out their code names? Are you going to make new code names?
No, the code names are just for random people on the internet to not know who we're talking about. The people
Oh,
at work don't know who we're talking about. It's kind of
What?
obvious.
I
Wait.
definitely say things that people could definitely track back to that, so people fucking know what I'm saying.
Yeah. Who else is
Hold
Little
on,
Boss?
You never really thought that through
Well, I
until
was
now?
I was just thinking about that too. I was like, yeah, Little Boss really isn't like you can
Big
really
Smoke
presume
calls young scholar at work to his face.
See, that's why
Are you
I was
fucking
confused,
kidding
I'm
me?
not there, so I was like, do
he
you guys
doesn't
do
watch the
this
show
there?
though.
No.
So that's
Well, this is bullshit. What the hell? I'm not saying nothing no more. Because I'm supposed to be that guy that loves everybody, and I do. I genuinely do. But I do have like little instances where I'm
Little
like,
Boss doesn't listen to the show. Anybody that is there that does listen to the show doesn't talk to Little Boss about the show.
It's just some of the things Little Boss does that really upset me and irk me.
Freedom of speech
Right.
is a thing.
I was saying, and anything that I say about Little Boss, I say to him to his face, so he knows how I feel.
He already knows.
Yeah, there was just a couple of bouts of like just random off the wall disrespect that came out of his mouth to me a couple of times, and it's like I don't appreciate being talked to like that, and I told him about
That's
it.
why I don't say anything, because you could say something to him, and then like AJ could say something. Big Smoke could say something to him, and other people could say something to him. But if I say something to him, he'll legit turn around and be like, "I'll take your fucking nights away from you."
Yeah,
Like that other night, like the one night he did that. You know what I mean? Like everybody was making jokes about the
That's called
situation.
abuse of power, folks.
Yes.
It was making
Yes, it
fun
is.
of like the people were making jokes and everything about the situation, and I was like, "Oh, I didn't say nothing." And then he didn't do nothing. I'm like, I feel
See, I don't even work there, and that hurts my
Yeah.
soul that that's how you're
I was like,
feeling and being treated.
I
The
was
thing
like,
is,
okay,
he's lucky I don't work there anymore because I would go.
I was like, I
batshit.
feel comfortable. Everyone's making jokes. He's not getting upset. And I was like, yeah. You know, I showed him, and he was like, I'll fucking take your nights away from you. It's disrespectful to me. And on. He's trying to steal money from saying to you, you're trying to sling on the clock a little bit and get a little extra money. It's bullshit. I'm like, oh, okay. And then just walked to the back. Honestly, was slightly pissed off. I really was.
In that particular instance, he was
him,
upset about us being there super late.
Just stuff like that. That upsets me. You know what I mean? Because I feel like I'm his whipping post. Because like the one night you guys were talking, and like I'm behind, like I'm in the back, kind of sticking my head out, like, yeah, that's funny, guys. And then because I didn't want to go out there, because if I go out there, he's not going to yell at any of them. He's going to yell at me like the other night, like nothing was going on. You said this was like he does this to other people. Everyone wasn't doing nothing, and I went out there and I was like, yeah, you know what I mean, like just hanging out. And
he was just trying to join in.
He goes, go clean the fucking toilets. He didn't say fuck. He said, go clean the toilet. And I was like, okay. Like, for real? And he was like, yeah. And I was like, okay. So I went to go clean the toilet. He's mean to me.
He needs to get off that horse.
He's mean to me. He's only mean to me. I don't know why. Like, there's so many people. I love y'all. There's a couple people that I think that I have a bit better work ethic. I understand I'm slow taking deliveries a little bit, but I'm getting better. And I feel like I'm a little bit better than some.
No, and you, like you said too, Little Boss did recognize and said something.
He did, and I do. That even though we have our little gripes, he is really cool.
But like any other narcissistic, abusive, toxic relationship, he just needs to give you that little bit to keep you hooked. And
I know,
then
and it upsets me because,
like shit
because you look at him and it's small, not from here, dude. And then when he says stuff like that, he morphs into the fat blonde woman that I just had a relationship with, and it's like, yeah, this, and that, and playing me, and I'm like, I don't know what to do. I'm really confused.
Urge to reach for baseball bat.
Urge to reach for the pizza cutter.
I'm just so blown away by this shit. Like, I'm sorry, I can't remember because my brain's fucking toast right now. How old are you again?
30.
Just
of yesterday.
As of yesterday.
And
welcome to the 30s.
Is he 21? I know, I'm scared. Is he 21?
No.
How old is he?
Little Boss?
Yeah.
He's a couple years older than me. He's like 36.
Oh, okay.
That's just fucking mad nuts.
Yeah.
What? Which part of it?
All of it.
Oh.
Like,
I don't know. I just...
God damn. It makes me feel like you're being treated as if you're a fresh 18-year-old coming into the workplace.
I'm very easygoing.
That doesn't fucking know any better.
Right.
I'm very easygoing, and like people understand they probably could say most things to me. Like I talked to a couple of our colleagues, and they were like, I'd punch him right in his fucking face. Straight up, and I have no doubt, that they would. Or even Big Smoke said, you know what I mean? Like, he wouldn't say that to me. He didn't say he was going to punch anybody, but he was like, he wouldn't say that to me.
No.
And I genuinely believe it.
Well, Big Smoke almost took Little Boss out in the parking lot the one time.
Oh, that was
that was by accident.
Yeah, that was by accident, yeah. I was coming up on the... Remember the time I grabbed him in Alpha Base? Whatever we were calling that, yeah.
Outpost 1?
Outpost 1, yeah. I grabbed a hold of him. I just walked over and I was like, yeah. And he was like, don't ever do that again. He was like, I was about to flip you upside down. And
like, his hands went to, like, fucking
spin you like a
catch
top,
him.
yeah.
It was impressive seeing him move that fast.
But yeah, I don't understand. I get that a lot.
Big Smoke got that sleeper build.
People feel, I don't know, like I'm easygoing, so they take advantage of that. But some people don't. You know what I mean?
I don't even think it's because of the easygoing nature.
It's just who he is. Yeah, how Little Boss treats you is not okay, and it's not your fault.
No, not at all.
No, and what sucks is like I should just be like, oh, whatever. I like him. I really do.
Oh yeah, he's hilarious,
and
when he's not
moments.
like
he said that the other night, and that's one of the things where it's like you do things like reminds me of her. You do things. And it pisses me off, and I'm like, I'm gonna be done with you, bitch. I'm so done with you. And then, I really love you. Or him like, oh, you did really good that day. And I'm like, I fucking love you.
I think it's because you just fall right into it and fall for it every time. That you're just an easy mark.
Probably.
Like, because that's how the store manager was up in Monaco when I worked there. Like, he was cool with everybody, but he had people that he would just single out and do that shit to all the time. Because no one was ever really calling that shit out. And especially the ones that it was being done to.
Yeah, and the ones that did call it out.
I can understand your place in it of you don't want to and then have shit taken from you.
Lose your job. And that's another thing, I get told so many times, what kills me the most, I get told so many times, not to my face, hey, if you keep it up, you're going to get fucking fired. I hear it from third persons, oh, he wrote a paper on you, he's firing you. Due to my situation, I can't not have a job. I'll get in trouble, and I'll end up back to where I was. And I don't want that. And it just upsets me. And that's honestly why I remember I told you about maybe thinking about something different.
Well, okay. And so we can circle back around now to when I yelled at you for saying sorry. because you were apologizing for making a simple mistake that happens all the time. A mistake that even I still make very rarely, but I still make that same mistake. You didn't need to go into full-fledged groveling apology mode about it.
That's panicking. When I go, well, it was this, and she was this, it's me panicking, and I'll be honest with you, and I'm going to be man-to-man with you. It did upset me a little bit, but then I went on my ride, and that dude cut me off, and then I had somebody else to be pissed off about, and I realized you were being
Redirection.
mean. Like, I understand like where you're coming from.
Yeah, I gotta toughen you up.
Hey, it won't happen again. Sorry, and that's it. But I panic. So, like, when I do things, I have to explain, like, well, it was this and this. I'm really sorry. I understand it was my fault. And I go on. And a lot of people, some people I could tell, they're like, just shut the fuck up and say okay.
I used to do the exact same thing.
Yes.
I don't get bothered by it. The only reason I was yelling at you about it before it is because Little Boss doesn't tolerate it, and that just pisses him off more. He sees it as back talk. Don't try to justify why you did the thing.
Yeah.
I'm already mad at you. Don't fucking do it. You just say, okay, I'm sorry, it won't happen again, and let him move on.
That's the type he is. Like, if I've heard so many times, like, he will downright cut into you if you give him any disrespect. And that's what scares me with stuff, is I want to say something sometimes, like, hey, that's kind of fucked up. You know what I mean? But I don't want to. I had an uncle like that.
You know what my real curiosity is, and this isn't to go into your situation on this, but I'm wondering if that will change when your time of that is out.
No.
I don't think
Little Boss
choosing on him.
No, I legit think that Little Boss doesn't even know.
I don't think he remembers, honestly. And I would love to say that because I'm always trying to like correlate strings together.
Because honestly, that's how it feels, is because you don't really have much choice given your circumstance.
So I told him when I first started, but he is so forgetful. I mean, absolutely wretchedly forgetful. I don't think he remembers that. And if he did, I would absolutely applaud that because he doesn't remember things like that. But maybe, like I said, I don't want to make it seem, like I said, he has his moments, but there definitely seems like times, and I do that a lot, I personalize things, when sometimes it's not me, it's you point that out sometimes, you're like, it wasn't you, you know what I mean, it's this, and then I'm like, well, that makes sense, but there's a few times I look at the situation, and I'm like, no, that was downright me, you know what I mean, like, I'm not gonna sugarcoat it or whatever, you know what I mean, and there's been times you made it too, you were like, yeah, he was fucked up for that.
So like I said before, or like I've told you before, he's worried about his money.
Yeah.
I mean, he's got a family to take care of. He's got a wife, 2 kids, got car payments and house payments and all that fun shit to take care of. So, like, I get whenever he stresses about his money. Yeah. And whenever you're a general manager of a store, everything is your money. You know, any deliveries getting out on time, people's orders getting handled correctly. That's all. That comes down to his responsibility, his accountability. He's responsible for all that at the end of the day. So, you know, and I've told you before that, like, I hold you to a higher standard because I'm friends with you, and that's how I am whenever it comes to working with friends. You know, because I can't play favorites, you know, because then it's obviously called out, you know. So like I have to kind of almost go in the opposite direction.
There was that one time, I forget, I think you let me go early or something, and he said something to you, and you were like, I can't. You know what I mean? Like, I caught so much fucking flack for that because he knows we.
So whenever I give you a hard time over something, it's for your own good. It is from a good place of good intention. But so whenever Little Boss came at me for a similar situation where, like, oh, you know, I made a joke about a thing. Or he yelled at me. I made a joke because I tried to diffuse it with humor. And I get the backlash for making a joke out of it, making light of it, or not taking it seriously. But then like, I literally had to explain to him, like, listen, man, like, this is what I do with humor. I either deflect it or diffuse it or whatever. For my own sake, you know, it's like, do you want me to crack bad jokes about the thing you just yelled at me for? Or do you want me to go home and you know, contemplate drawing the shades in a hot bath with a warm toaster, you know?
Maybe I should say that to him one day. You know what I mean? It's like a lot of times that happens. I don't say anything. I just go, okay. And then walk to the back.
I don't think he really cares. Again, he's a very unempathetic person. The only thing he cares about is the money.
Yeah, I didn't know where you were going with all that, but I understand that he has a family to take care of and the store and all this other stuff, but it doesn't justify how he's speaking to people and what he's doing.
See,
absolutely.
And I know that you agree with that because I know that's where you're about to go with it, but just like how you have that outlook on your media that you're consuming, I have the similar thought pattern for that with people that are in positions of power that don't understand that, yes, it is his money that he's looking at. It is his family that he's looking at. There's no reason to treat another person who's making you that money that way.
Exactly.
Just because you can go, I can replace you tomorrow, don't mean shit.
all of this to say that I'm at that job. I'm in the position to check him on that stuff.
Yeah.
Because
you did say the other night you were like, I forget what it was. It was like, if
you
you were here or something like that, I'd have checked him on that. You know what I mean? Like if it was something, I said something, and you were like, oh no, if I was here and I heard that, I'd have checked him on that.
Right, because
And
he's a
you
general
have a few
manager.
times.
I'm assistant general manager.
That was the one time he wanted to fire me over this or that, and I had a reason. I had somebody come in, and he was like, I'm fucking firing him. And he was like, you can't do that.
Yeah.
He had a call in. He had
I
somebody
remember.
come in.
You explained that to me, yeah.
And I don't mean to everybody in there. I shouldn't feel bad for this. I don't want everybody to hate him now. But, I mean, his actions, dictates what he receives.
Yeah.
I just don't want everybody to hate him.
Yeah, I was always told to leave your problems at the door. Doesn't matter what you got.
Exactly.
Right.
Doesn't matter what you got going on the outside.
But
When
it
you
is
go
fun.
through that door, you leave all that shit outside.
But then his problem is the store.
Doesn't
Yeah,
matter.
but
That's
He is
his
the
job to
boss,
fix that
though.
problem. Right.
You know.
But that's when you work on coping mechanisms to deal with that and not take it out on the people that you work with.
right.
Well, and that's why I'm the people manager out of our triumvirate
Yeah, but that's the thing.
management team.
You're like, with what he just said, you weren't there to check him on that. So
And the fact you
That's
have to
moot.
check him, period,
exactly.
is wrong.
And you're not the only one who ever has to do things like that. And he's not the only one who ever acts that way in different jobs.
True.
Like, that's how the entirety of management structure works at Amazon.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why I'm no longer a part of Amazon.
Amazon's a meat grinder.
Yeah, because now it's falling on your shoulders, and you're taking, you're doing what he should be doing to begin with, and being
Taking care of the people, the staff.
taking care of them, and explaining things, not screaming and yelling, threatening, blackmailing, whatever the hell you want to call it. And then it falls on your shoulders. You're not making what he's making. You told me what he made last year. And the fact that he made as much as he did, but I mean, even the money aside, the fact that it's falling on your shoulders is now, it's going to stress you out, and it's going to, it's going to make it to where you feel like it's your problem and you have to take care of it, and that shouldn't be your problem to take care of.
Him saying whatever, I have thick skin. You know what I mean? I really don't give a fuck at the end of the day. It's the fire. No, it's not even that. It's the behind my back. I don't hear it from him mainly. I hear it from third person.
Yeah.
And that hurts me the most, that he would do that, because I'd have so much more respect for him, even if he was an asshole or whatever he'd be, if he'd come to my face and say that. But he doesn't. I always hear it from third person perspectives.
Well, so this went a weird therapy route at the end of
This really did. I know. We were talking about we was
I
having a
like
good
when
time.
they're
and-
like this, to be honest.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right.
This is gonna be
This is real world,
world.
real world stuff we are talking about right now.
This is some real.
A lot of people go through this. Don't let your bosses treat you like
This
shit.
is some real break room. Sitting at the table.
Yeah, no, it really is. It
Eating
really
your
is.
lunch, going like, dude, this fucking place is stupid.
So what I love about this podcast.
Fuck this job. I'm gonna quit.
Yeah, fuck
quit right
yeah.
now. I'm gonna walk the fuck out. Next time he says something to me,
But
Next Monday you come in. I thought he was quitting. No.
I couldn't find another job in time.
Yeah, no.
By the end of this week, I might.
but so similarly, I had a run in with Little Boss because it was we were talking about the upcoming bonus restructuring. So I was talking to Little Boss about him, and Young Scholar were all in the room together, and we were discussing the upcoming bonus restructuring and everything. So that's something that affects the three of us specifically. And I said something with, because of how I didn't get a bonus for 2 months, I learned to start like budgeting off of just the paycheck and without the bonus and everything. And like, so I can, scrape by okay for a little, much easier than the other two could, because they're like relying on those bonuses for all the expenses that they have. And so I made the offhand joke, like, well, I'll be fine. Here in the next month or so, I won't even have to be worried about paying rent and this and that. And he turns around and says, "Oh, cool. So you'd be okay with me dropping you down to a shift lead then, from assistant general manager?" It's like a $4 per hour pay cut, and then no bonuses.
Yeah, I would not be working there for that amount.
And I don't think he was being serious. I think he's just really bad at making those kinds of jokes.
He has a very sternness about him sometimes.
Right. But so that being my point of, like, sometimes the tone doesn't carry well, but then there's other times where, like, you don't know he's actually pissed about something until he fucking explodes because he's been holding it in for forever. And then he's like, oh, and while I'm yelling at you about this already, another thing that I'm pissed about you. A month ago, you said this, and it didn't make me feel
to
good.
me, this is someone who shouldn't be in that type of position.
Exactly.
Right.
If it's something, like, even if that's just your example, if you're willing to dredge up something from a month ago, you have no business in that position.
Sad part is I'm used to that from the previous general managers that we had, Old Red, that you worked with. So about how she would go about, like, you wouldn't know she was upset about something until she had a reason to blow up on you on the spot on that, and then it would be everything else she was pissed at you about.
It's shit like this that makes me thankful that where I work, this doesn't exist in my department. Like, it doesn't matter what the rest of the building does.
Yeah.
That has no bearing on me until it trickles down to me. If they're going, oh, we have to cut this. Oh, we don't run an afternoon turn overnights anymore. Mm-hmm. Like, we hand off our shit. I go home. That's it. Mm-hmm. But they eliminated that. It took someone else's job. Sadly, that person really wasn't pulling their weight to begin with. So if they'd have came to daylight, they would have just been dead weight. Mm. But I'm just glad that I don't have to deal with the like micromanaging bullshit that you don't know how to handle your own shit, but you're able to be in a position of power above me.
Right.
Yeah.
This is stupid, but I feel bad now.
For what?
I don't know.
So
just that I brought that up.
So the
it's a good thing to bring up because this happens to a lot of people.
It is
and a lot of businesses.
It's sad that it's a very common thing that happens.
Yeah, right.
The reason Kitty brought up, me wanting to punch somebody at work in the face was because of the powerlessness that it made me feel in that situation. It's like my boss is telling me like, hey, I can cut your hours, or I can fucking just disrespect you whenever I want. There's nothing you can do about it.
They could fire you, and as I said, he knows that you won't be able to make bills. I mean, in general, that you can say that with anything.
Yeah.
With my situation, your situation, you know what I mean? How they just be like, oh, I'll just fire you then. It's like,
well, I'll just break your fucking nose.
That
then.
hurts.
That's the point. What do you got to lose?
That
You're going to charge for assault.
Right.
Right.
Well, that's the other thing is he's definitely a cop caller.
Yeah.
So
oh,
it's
fuck
like,
yeah.
It hurts.
Just from what you've told me, I could tell that.
It hurts that, you said that. It hurts that you would do that. But then you understand that me and you, and this job is my only livelihood, just with you in general. You know what I mean? Anybody. And you're willing to use that against me and smack me over the head with that. And that's what if I had kids? Yeah. You do have a kid. But, like, what if you had, more kids or this or that or had stuff that was hinging on that? That I find that so fucked up that you would use my situation, your situation, something that is in real life seriousness that can like legit put you into bankruptcy.
Yeah, it's not okay.
Can normal people do that?
I mean, you can file for bankruptcy, but it just depends, I think, on what assets you'd have to
okay.
Right.
You know what I mean? Where they'd use that. Yeah, there's other ways of going about it.
Is this
so
really
now imagine if he was a superhero now.
Is this really why you have an issue with the outlook of your media now?
Yes.
Well, it's not your media; it's the life around you.
What's that dude? The Voltron.
Voltron.
What is that called? I haven't seen it and I want to watch it so bad.
Voltron?
No, he's the Viltrumite.
Oh,
Invincible. Yeah, it's superhero. It's like, he's like, and another thing, God! He rips your fucking heart out. Yeah, that's what I gotta say. Yeah, I wouldn't be talking on here without that. It'd be like, who I don't like? Our boss. Instantly through the fucking door.
I think I know you talked about like the over-the-top grotesque stuff, but the scene in Invincible where Nolan goes through and just more or less shoves that dude across the counter and just splits him in half.
Him in half.
All he did was just move forward and he just fucking split him in half.
I like the one part where he gets the guy and he takes him through the portal. He's like attacking. He's like, you don't understand. Like, this is my planet. And he rips him through the portal and goes through multiple buildings. And as he goes to each building, a leg flies off, an arm falls off, and by he gets through like 8 buildings,
it's just his head.
It's just his head, or like a little bit of like mass, a little mass, and he's just like, ugh, yeah. That's a really good. I've never seen it, but I've seen so many clips.
Oh, you haven't actually watched it yet?
No.
Oh, man.
What's kind of sad is you can kind of vicariously watch the entire show through shorts.
Yeah, you really can.
Because the episodes really aren't that long.
No.
The biggest gross out point for me was whenever he took his son through the train.
Oh, the subway?
Yeah, through the subway train. Like, he just stood there and held him and killed all those people. It's like, could you imagine just like if that was life, that like you had to like that there was a non-zero chance that could happen to you. Like, there's already crazy shit. Like, you could literally go outside and get hit by a bus. Sure, tragic shit happens.
Didn't need to throw that out into the ether, but go on.
But that's my point. I don't want to see it in my media.
But that's the thing.
It's already a thing I have to be worried about.
But why are you consciously worried about it? Like you just said, you could walk out the door and get T-boned at an intersection. You would have no clue.
I could fall down those stairs right now and break my neck at the very bottom.
Okay, so maybe... So, Jesus. All right,
like,
revelation time. Because the light bulb just clicked on you asking me that.
Can we not do this? Because I don't want to leave now. Because I about slipped coming up them fucking steps. I did.
I'm so sorry. I take
Don't
it back.
be sorry.
I'm going to tiptoe down
Don't
the stairs.
be sorry. It's not your job to shuffle those stairs.
When I hit the 4-way up here, I'm going to be like,
Short, choppy steps. Keep your balance on
But
your
you
feet.
were
Come up
saying?
the backside.
What I think it is, what I really think it is now I'm at a point in my life where I have plans for the future. I have starts with an A, aspirations,
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
goals, and I have things to live for.
Yeah,
Before
and
I
you
was
don't want it just taken away from you.
right,
And I get that.
So whenever media makes me feel powerless and hopeless, and
You're
just-
letting it make you feel powerless
Exactly.
and hopeless.
You are feeding
it-
into your own demon.
No, because I don't feel that way anymore. I don't feel worried or concerned about those things. I'm just aware of them, but I don't need the fake media being the thing that puts more ideas in my head when there's already so many real things to worry about.
But see, there's where you're... What would be the good terminology for this? That's where your more or less double negative is. You're not worried about it, but you don't need it adding to the worry that you're already conscious of. You're either worrying about it or you're not.
No, I said I'm not worried. I'm aware.
Okay, but
I don't
you're
need to be-
aware, but what is awareness to you if not you're acknowledging it to be worried about? I walk side by side with the fact that I could walk out of work or walk into work and potentially get sick and die, or take something home and get somebody sick and kill them.
Yeah,
But I walk hand in hand with that, knowing that that's just a facet of my existence on this planet.
Yeah,
Yes.
but are you gonna sit there and intentionally choose to watch something like The Strain or
If
other random
it's
shit where
an-
it's like hospital infections would kill mass people?
I've literally been sitting in a med room where I have 2 code locked doors on either side of me and go, if a zombie outbreak happened right now, I'm stuck in this room with no food, plenty of water, and no way to defend myself, really. And I'm like, okay, if that's...
Accept the fact.
And it's not even me being pessimistic or downtrodden about it. It's, like I said, I walk hand in hand with the fact that I could literally leave here, get T-boned at an intersection, and not
Yeah,
make
you're
it.
being realistic.
Yeah. I like realism because I live my life. I'm not saying that I want it shoved down. That's why I don't watch news clippings. And to me, that's fake media. Whether it's true or not, I don't need to go out of my way to consume watching the war in Ukraine. Because I have that morbid curiosity. I've watched them drop grenades on people.
Right.
I've watched
Fucking drone
random...
strikes and
I've-
shit.
yeah.
Yeah.
I made the mistake of going on a website that was like, it was something weird,
Yeah.
and it was unedited, and I wish I wouldn't have done that because
Like,
it was
I've
some fucking
seen
crazy.
some of the fucked up shit, and I don't know if that's what desensitized me to it all or killed it off in me. I don't really know, but I think the way that I've been dealing with my own mental issues as far as depression and anxiety from the depression is I've learned to just walk hand in hand with the fact that if it's out of my control, like going through an intersection and getting T-boned, or accidentally touching something, not washing my hand and getting myself sick, it's going to happen. But I'm not letting it control how I perceive shows or games or movies
Right.
or my interactions with people.
Sorry, the talk about Supernatural cut back real quick. The episode where Dean dies over and over and over again.
Yeah, the Groundhog Day
episode. Yeah, fucking just say, oh, that's a weird spot on my hand, and just dies and
Yeah.
then restarts the day again. But no. So sorry, I feel like I've misconstrued my point. It's not that I worry about the fictional shit affecting how I feel about real life. It's the opposite. Like, I'm already having to worry about getting hit by a bus tomorrow. I don't want my heroes to also be worrying about getting hit by a bus tomorrow. In that aspect, that regard of.
Yeah, and I get that based on how you like to latch on to
An anticlimactic ending for a character upsets me because it feels like bad storytelling.
The end of this episode got really dark, and on another note, this product causes chemicals, including that will expose you to chemicals, including which is known to the state of California to cause birth defects and reproductive harm.
Are you reading the back of your cigarette
Yeah,
box?
so
It's
Or
a
vape
vape
box?
box.
yeah.
Also, everything in California causes cancer.
Yes.
So I literally saw a sticker on a lawnmower one time
You know,
that said
I don't-
contains materials that are known in the state of California.
the
cause
weights for the
cancer.
fishing, like when you go fishing, you
Fishing
get the
lures,
weights, yeah, because of the lead or something in them.
Yep.
I mean,
It's the
lead-based
same thing.
fishing lures aren't the greatest, but they sink pretty well.
Yeah, they say
Yeah.
great. Just don't eat them.
Well, me and my dad, we just use our teeth to,
Yeah.
pry them open.
Two things. When your penis falls off, hey, It's whatever.
Hey, then it's just a pocket penis.
Hey, I ain't got to worry about that. So
Don't you like the ending to your episode?
I love it.
there we
Great.
go. We made it positive.
On that note, I think we're going to wrap it up there, folks.
Okay, history lesson. Do you know in the Civil War they used to chew on lead musket balls
I thought you were going to say something else.
No, they used to. Never mind. They used to chew on lead musket balls because it would induce saliva. So, like the Battle of
It would trick them to think they were eating something. And
no,
so they wouldn't be
the
hungry.
Battle of Gettysburg. No. They didn't have water. They ran out of water.
You would just basically do your own saliva.
Yeah.
And the lead or something would make you salivate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they would use that to kind of keep their mouths, whatchamacallit. But I forget what it is. They either found musket balls that weren't fired, but that have teeth marks on them, or something like it was something weird. But that was like a common thing in battles like that. When you'd run out of water, the soldiers' old heads would be like, "Pop a lead ball in, it makes you salivate, which will make you so you're not feeling like you're dying of thirst."
I'm sorry, but I would fucking walk miles before I start sucking on a lead ball.
That's all they knew back then.
Basic survival instinct. I'm not going to stick a fucking lead ball in my mouth, whether or not they knew it was lead and it was bad for you. I'd be seeing someone do that, I'd be like, I'm going to fucking keep walking that way until I
they were
hit
putting
water.
lead in the house paint until the 70s. You know,
Probably fucking lead.
Kid didn't hear a word of that.
There's probably lead in the paint in my apartment.
Are you serious? Because I did eat a couple chips over here.
Is that the patch that I had to fix?
Yeah. It made me salivate.
But that is an interesting history.
Yeah, it really is. Yeah.
I'll give you
And on that note, we'll go ahead and wrap it up there. All right, socials. Nightwatch Podcast on Facebook. Check us out on Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, and Spotify, as well as the RSS feed host of Podbean, or our home here on YouTube. That's going to be it for this shift, folks. We will see you on the next one.
Good night.
Have a good night.
Bye.
Alright, time to empty out the mop bucket, run the trash, and hit the lights. Go get off my time clock, and be safe getting home.